Incident report, the Vanishing of Site-47 entity, Eidolon005, the Whispering Shade. Threat level, Omega class, uncontainable cognitive hazard. Date, redacted. Location, Site-47, experimental containment and research facility. Casualties, entire site personnel unaccounted for. 174 lost, presumed deceased or assimilated. Containment status, failure. Site-47 classified as an abandoned no-go zone. Took incident summary. On the morning of redacted, at precisely 5:32 a.m., every single individual within Site-47, a classified Foundation research outpost in the redacted desert, abandoned their posts and walked into the surrounding wasteland. None of them returned. No distress calls were made. No alarms were triggered. The only clue left behind was a single phrase scrawled onto the walls of the central atrium in dozens of different handwritings. "We are free now." Forensic analysis confirmed the handwriting belonged to multiple Site-47 personnel, including high-ranking researchers, security officers, and D-class personnel. No signs of external breach or forced entry were discovered. The site was simply empty. All surveillance footage for the previous 72 hours was corrupted, with the exception of a single 3-minute recording from security feed 47 Alpha. Recovered surveillance footage, 47 Alpha. Timestamp, 5:31 a.m. Location, Site-47 Central Atrium. Visual warn, a single figure stands in the atrium, clad in a faded, tattered Foundation jumpsuit, marked SCP-2205, previous designation of Eidolon005. Their faces obscured by shifting shadows, making identification impossible. Hundreds of personnel enter the atrium, moving in perfect unison, faces blank, expressions serene. No one speaks, no one resists. Eidolon005 raises a hand, and the personnel begin to walk out of the facility, one after another, disappearing into the desert beyond. As the last person exits, the figure looks directly into the camera. Their lips move. Audio is distorted beyond recovery, but analysts claim the words resemble, "They were never yours to keep." At 5:32 a.m., the feed cuts to static. Investigation and findings. Site exploration, 72 hours later. Mobile Task Force Psi-8, the Mine Hunters, dispatched for retrieval. Upon entering Site-47, team members experienced severe auditory hallucinations, whispers, phantom voices, and pleas for help from absent personnel. One operative, Agent K. Holden, reported feeling someone else inside his thoughts. Moments later, he turned his weapon on himself and fired. MTF Psi-8 withdrew after losing 3 members to psychological collapse. Site-47 deemed uninhabitable. Recovered personnel? None. Satellite surveillance of the desert revealed no tracks, no remains, no signs of movement. It was as if they had simply vanished. Psychic residue analysis. Residual cognitive imprints of Site-47 personnel remain within the structure. Auditory hallucinations correspond to past conversations and memories of those lost. Prolonged exposure causes dissociation, memory fragmentation, and suicidal ideation. Eidolon005's involvement? Absolute. Despite being listed as terminated during an escape attempt from Site-17, it is now clear that Eidolon005 was never truly contained, merely waiting. The entity's abilities, mental infiltration, cognitive distortion, and mind shatter, align perfectly with the effects observed in Site-47's final moments. Foundation directives and current status. Site-47 officially decommissioned, classified as a cognito-hazardous dead zone. Access prohibited under Level 5 clearance. Any personnel approaching must be monitored for psychological anomalies. Containment status. Eidolon005 remains at large. Current threat assessment. It is no longer a question of if 05 will resurface, but rather where and when. The entity is not just a mind breaker, it is a liberator. And it does not believe in cages. The mind is the final prison. I am the key. I will open the way. Last known message attributed to Eidolon005 end report. You cannot contain what refuses to be contained. Eidolon Collective Manifesto. Now go and watch another entry about the 5. I will be waiting.